Yeah, you got the big money.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Well, I'm assuming it's free. I'm not.
Do we have to buy it before we get on the island?
I'm assuming
Is this a 3-hour tour
This
or
is
what?
top.
Welcome to Music and Cigars with John and JR. I'm John.
I'm JR.
Today we have the owners of Mission Cigar in Spring Hill, Tennessee. We have Willie, Monte, and Mark. How you guys doing?
Wonderful.
Great.
I remembered your name.
I'm glad. I'm
Doing great.
thankful for that.
Tell us about one of your previous careers.
Well, the one that we actually made money with was we were in the asphalt business.
And that's you and your brother
That's
Monte.
Monty and I. We manufactured asphalt maintenance products, coatings for asphalt, and all the peripheries. And so that we did that for our dad started that business in 1960.
Wow.
So at some point in there, we bought it from him and grew it and really enjoyed it and got approached to sell it. And so we sold it.
What about you, Willie?
I've done a lot of different things. I've been an EMT for a while. I was on an ambulance. That was sort of late in life. The majority of my life, I've been in manufacturing. Owned probably 5 or 6 companies. Still have an interest in one manufacturing company in Murfreesboro, but they mainly centered around military stuff.
So what on earth possessed you guys to open a cigar store?
He's the one that got it started.
Well, I had retired right about COVID, and Willie and I go to church together, and we'd been talking for, several years about, hey, one of these days when he was getting ready to retire, sell his company as well, and said, you know what, we just want to let's do something. We're all business guys, let's do something. And I knew Monte was getting ready to retire as well, and so I was in here one day, and
this was a previous shop
this
before
was
you
a
guys owned
previous
it.
shop,
Yeah.
and so without going into a lot of things led to, hey, would you guys be interested in buying it?
So did you ever think about doing it by yourself, or was it just...
No, I always wanted to. Monte and I have always pretty much been in business together, and so we'd always thought about, is there something else we could do together, and then bring in with William, and then we have one other partner that with us. So that just kind of, we thought, well, we're business guys. We like cigars. Don't know the business, but we figured we could give it a run. So then
Part of it, too, I would just add that we wanted to do something that was with intention and purposeful, and that could bring people together and do something that, wasn't just, we wanted to be profitable, but we wanted to be much deeper than that. We wanted to create relationships through conversation and through just hanging out with each other, and I think we've done that, and that's just where I come from. We're all...
Yeah, I think too, like even how you set the cigar shop up is very conducive to conversation, because really, even in your mission statement, you guys did a mission and smoked cigars, did that thing, and which led you to this, and the conversation around a cigar is what it's all about. This place really brings that to a head with the way you guys have it set up, the way you guys run it.
Yeah.
It's a great place.
Just something magical about a cigar, right?
Right.
There's magic around this where people will open up and talk to each other.
Well, and that's something that, I remember the first time when I saw the sign and it said the Mission Cigar And Social, I thought, that's a really weird name. I didn't quite get it, because every other cigar shop that I've been to, not all of them, but you walk in and it's really, you're there to buy cigars.
Yeah.
Right.
And this was the first place where I came in and bought a cigar and sat down and really understood the whole social part. I understood the conversation. The fact that we're sitting here right now talking.
Yeah.
I didn't know you guys before this, and now I consider you guys good friends. Well, 2 of you, figure it out.
That's me. Leaves me out.
But,
I'm the analytical one. Nobody likes me.
yeah, but
I love you.
Willie's done a great job too with, he was like, I don't want to be involved in this if it's just a cigar shop.
Right.
Because if you listen, if you look at metric and things, most places will tell you big humidor, small shop.
Right.
you know, and so, but we're, what's the word? We are countercultural with little bitty cigar lounges, because that was our interest.
Right.
We want to sit and talk and get to know people, and provide and see if we could do that. So.
Well, yeah, I was the other day. You and I, Willie, were talking, and you had mentioned that they're the cigars, you're the social.
Yeah,
part.
I'm the social.
Willie's the joke guy.
I never smoked cigars before this. I was in a very different world, business-wise, and a few different businesses, but nothing really customer-facing very much. And what I saw when Mark brought me into this shop, and we sort of sat around and talked about it, and I started, the first time I smoked a cigar here, I got one cigar with, I didn't get sick. I used to smoke cigarettes, but it had a cedar wrapper on it. Had a cedar wrapper. I lit the whole wrapper. You know, I had all these cigar guys around me, and I was one of the new owners and didn't even know how to hold a cigar.
Oh, that's funny.
So I literally came into the shop maybe smoking, 3 cigars from a store somewhere, some, Swisher Sweets or something. And, but what I saw was that cigars are magic, that they sort of level the field, and this world is getting so divided and diced up, and everybody's in their little corner, and this sort of, for some reason, and men especially, we get off and we don't do this enough.
It's very true.
That's what drew me to it. So
that's one of the things I love about cigar smoking is it's kind of like a great equalizer, like music is. I mean, for the most part, I mean, you got some musicians that are very political and they'll get up and rant and rave and stuff like that. But the idea is, when you're playing music, you're on a stage and there's thousands of people out there, and everybody's like-minded for a brief moment.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's the same here. I mean, I know that there's been, guys on different political spectrums sitting in here enjoying a cigar and enjoying conversation and not wanting to kill each other.
Yeah.
So I just think it's a really cool thing that they've done.
And the world needs more of that.
I agree.
For sure.
I totally.
There's something about once you light it, it seems to open the heart a little bit, break that wall down, right? And that's what I really enjoyed about the way you guys have that set up. Everything in circles instead of lines. It's kind of hard to talk to somebody in a line, but when it's in a circle, you're face to face, and it sparks that.
So I guess the next question would be just, how did you guys meet? I mean, I know obviously how you two met, your brothers.
Yeah, it's been a few years ago.
Yeah.
Actually, somebody asked us one time, how long that we've known each other?
I just say Willie and I met at church. 6, 7 years ago now? I moved here in 16, so we met pretty early after that.
And our other partner, Shannon, we met on the mission field in Mexico. After the mission week would be over, we would go to a hotel and kind of talk about the week, and we would talk about it over a cigar, about, what was good, what happened good that week, what maybe we could do better, that sort of stuff, but it was always over a cigar, and that's where we got introduced to cigars maybe 15 years ago, and really have just enjoyed our time with cigars ever since.
I remember when you guys first took over the place, shortly after you guys had your big release party, and this place was jam-packed.
Yeah.
Completely jam-packed. I think that's when I first met Willie and your family.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what a difference. I mean, when you have the vision of that, like what a cigar brings to the social aspect of it, you guys really turned this place around.
Well, thank you, but we've been really blessed to have great customers, and I'm not just being whatever self-serving or whatever the word I should use there, but we have a group of folks that really kind of self-police this place.
Yeah.
And it was evident a situation this week, but where we don't really have to get involved because people want this and they don't want something getting
They
messed
protect
up.
the culture
Yeah,
as
protect
well.
the culture.
We fought hard for the culture, and then they're protecting it now.
Yes.
So
Well, that's great.
my friend John Spittle is part of that.
Yeah.
Big
Yes.
John.
Yeah.
Big Johnny Law.
Big bad John.
So let's just ask something simple like, what's your favorite cigar?
Mine is
If that's an easy question.
well, mine's the 10th Champagne by Perdomo. 10th anniversary
okay.
Champagne Perdomo.
There's a lot of Perdomo fans in
Yeah,
this
there
place.
are, and that's if I had to choose one, that's what I'm going to choose.
All right.
Yeah, well, I mean, usually every morning I'm a Connecticut fan, wrapper fan, and so the vintage 12-year by Perdomo is my favorite that I start out with every day, so I enjoy that.
Right on.
And there's probably only a half dozen cigars I've even smoked in the humidor. And that doesn't touch the selection, but probably Perdomo. I'm now smoking this New World, Connecticut. I'm still sort of on the Connecticut thing.
Yeah, no,
I'm
and I
pretty
got to
light.
say, the AJ Fernandez stuff, the New World stuff, all of the AJ stuff, I'm a big fan.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
No offense, Nick. I love your cigars too, but
No, they have a nice little bit spicier, pepperiness to it that Perdomos don't always have. So
well, there's just that's the wonderful thing about a cigar place like this and a humidor like you guys have is there's a massive selection for any taste. You even got them fancy $200 cigars in there.
yeah.
And there's no wrong answer.
Exactly.
It just
What are you
depends on
guys
your palate.
smoking today?
So right now I'm smoking an Undercrown by Drew Estate. It's a great stick, full of flavor, very good. Love it. What do you got?
I'm smoking a Perdomo 10th anniversary. It's probably my favorite everyday kind of smoke.
All right.
Maduro.
Willie, what are you smoking?
The New World,
New World?
the New World, Connecticut.
Nice job.
Monte.
I'm branching out.
There you go.
What you smoking, Monte?
Well, since it is what I said was one of my favorites, it's also the one that I start with every morning, and this is my first cigar of the morning. So it is the vintage 12-year aged Perdomo. And what's really cool about it is that tobacco is aged in bourbon barrels, all the tobacco, not just the wrapper. And so it really makes it smooth and creamy and mellow, and it's just a great way to start the day.
That's great.
Try that.
So you can be
should.
smooth and mellow.
Mark, what you smoking?
I'm smoking the 10th champagne.
Okay.
Perdomo 10th champagne. It's my first cigar every day.
Great.
All right, so this is something that we do with everybody, except usually there's music involved because of the music aspect. Being that none of y'all are musicians, we're going to do something
We're
a
just
little
not very good.
Are you
musicians.
saying that we're not qualified to give a music opinion?
Yes, Monty, I am actually.
Because you know me very well.
All right, so here's the deal. You're stuck on a desert island, but only for 24 hours. You're not going to die. You get to take with you 3 cigars, 1 bottle. Can be any bottle that you want. Bottle of bourbon, bottle of tequila, bottle of water. It doesn't matter. And in your guys' instance, we're going to have 3 cigar smokers from the past, from history. So you get to either pick Winston Churchill, Babe Ruth, or Groucho Marx. Who are you going to spend the 24 hours on that island with? So let's start with the cigars.
Cigar, for me, 3 cigars?
Yes.
Toro Robusto.
Yeah.
Gordo.
Yeah. I'm very predictable.
They're coaching Willie right now.
Yeah. I probably would go with the Perdomo, Churchill
Okay.
kind of length, Connecticut, and then this New World is real. And I might try maybe one of Monty's over here as well.
Yeah, you should try that too.
And I think my person, I enjoy humor, so I think Groucho would be mine.
I kind of thought
I
that.
think Groucho would be mine. When I thought about this too, if I could get another person in there, Mark Twain might be a
Yeah.
person.
Okay.
What bottle would you share with them?
Oh, it would have to be a Pappy or something. It would be a bourbon for sure.
Yeah, you got the big money.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Well, I'm assuming it's free. I'm not.
Do we have to buy it before we get on the
I'm
island?
assuming
Is this a 3-hour tour
This
or
is
what?
comp.
Yes.
How about you, Monte?
Well, let's see. The cigar-wise, I'm going to stick with my vintage 12-year Perdomo, Connecticut. Then from there, I really like the My Father FDLA. That would be another choice. And then one I smoked yesterday that I hadn't smoked in a while that I really, really enjoyed was the
That's one of your favorites too, isn't it?
Good
the
stick, yeah.
Melanio Serie V.
Okay.
Which from Oliva, and it's a really cool cigar. I really enjoyed it yesterday, so I would have to go with those 3 today.
All right.
But that does change, as you know. Well, I'm probably going to have to be the Winston Churchill guy here. I do enjoy history, and I've been to Churchill War Rooms in London, and I just really enjoy the history with that. So I think he'd be an interesting
That's
person
cool. And you
to
were
talk to.
actually a teacher for a while too, right?
Yeah. Sometimes I teach.
I mean, you were a math teacher. You're all brainiac over there.
Oh yeah, of course.
And what bottle would you share with
You
them?
know, I'm much simpler than my friend over here with Pappy's. I'm a Buffalo Trace guy, so that's a good everyday bourbon for me. And the Travelers, I really like that lately here too, but I have to go with Buffalo Trace for now.
Mark?
3 cigars. The 10th Champagne. The Plasencia 602 is a really, really good
That's
stick.
a great cigar.
The green label, is that the 2, I think. I really like that one. And I'd have to throw in maybe, if I'm getting fancy, a Padron 50th, because that's an amazing cigar as well.
That's their
So,
best cigar.
Yeah, and so I think I would enjoy spending a day with Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's such an amazing athlete, and all the things that he did, and listen to his stories.
Yeah.
The only problem with that, he's going to drink all my bourbon, right? So
You got to keep the Bambino away
Well,
from the bottle.
Churchill might too.
well, Churchill might too, yeah.
And he might take my cigars because that
Yeah,
boy
that's
smokes
true.
some cigars.
Yeah. And bourbon-wise, I mean, probably a bottle of Blanton's.
Yeah.
But I'd also have a hard time leaving my Diet Coke at home, so I don't know.
Well, there you go. Well, it's only 24 hours.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
You're not going to die on this island. You're
Okay.
just stuck there for 24 hours.
Get a caffeine headache after
Yeah.
a while.
Yes.
Well, let me ask you guys a question.
Okay.
Who's your favorite owner?
Oh, Shannon.
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 Oh, good. Shannon. Yeah, well, good.
Good answer. Good answer.
Just for y'all that don't know, Shannon is the partner that lives in North Carolina.
South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Yeah.
So he shows up once in a while. But,
Yeah, once every
Decade.
Yeah.
what about you?
I plead the fifth.
All right. That sounds good.
Willie's everybody's favorite.
Yeah, Willie's everybody's favorite.
You know what's cool is almost any time of day you could come in here and one of you guys is in here.
Yeah.
Just about, you know. I could think of maybe just a few times I've been in here and one of you guys haven't been here. And you know, that speaks a lot. I think your customers enjoy that the owner's actually involved and it's not just a sign out front to make money.
And that's
you know.
and that really we spent those first couple of years. We're coming up on 3rd year anniversary now, and it's neat that people get it, and we can sort of trust it to not just the employees but the customers as well.
That's great. Okay, so I got to ask, why did you call it the Mission? The Mission Cigar and Social. I got the social part, but why did you name it the Mission?
Well, there's a couple of reasons. One is that because of some of the mission work that we did in Mexico, and one of the places that we stayed actually was a hotel called The Mission.
Okay.
And then we felt like this really was a mission for us to open up something, again, that's inviting to conversation and relationship, as men and women, but especially men, to be able to come together and share life together. And I just think that's been really important. So that's been our mission. It's, what is your catchphrase? Cigars are our product.
Cigars are a product, but people are a passion.
Yeah,
That's
so
cool.
that's kind of what we're about, and that's why we called it the Mission.
What was the name of the mission that you guys were involved with, though?
Well, and it still exists. It's called Oasis,
Okay.
and it's an after-school program for kids in Mexico. And they go to school from like 7 a.m. to noon, and from noon to 5, they're just unsupervised, and they're really susceptible to gangs and drugs and sexual predators and that sort of stuff. And so we gave them a safe place to come, to have a good quality meal, to do, to help with tutoring, education, English, Bible, just having teachers that are being mentors to these kids, that sort of stuff. So we've been doing that for like 15 years now in Mexico. So go online to Oasis and give some money. We need some money.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for sitting here with us and talking, and thank you guys so much for this place. I mean, I know that John and I appreciate the fact not only that you let us hang out here, but that you let us do these little episodes here from the Mission, and we just love the place, love you guys, and all that you guys have done.
Well, thank you guys for being in here. I mean, you guys, we've all met in here, right?
Yeah.
And become friends, and that's the whole essence of what we're doing, right?
That's the mission.
So we'd have never met you guys, and appreciate you being in here. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Great.
So all you out there, if you ever in Spring Hill, Tennessee, look up the Mission Cigar and Social on Main Street. No, it's Wall Street.
Wall Street.
And
That's Main Street right
Well,
up
yeah,
there.
Main
Right.
Street,
Kind of in
Wall
between,
Street there.
yeah.
You'll find it.
Yeah.
Big black building with the sign says Mission.